Welcome back. It is time to talk some national sports now. As Trey just mentioned, the NFL deadlines for final cuts for the 53-man roster was today. So one of the biggest headlines would have been whether or not Tim Tebow's NFL career would survive. And to talk about this, we have PhillyVoice.com's Jimmy Kemsky. Thank you so much for joining us today. I know it's been a crazy day. Now, most people, including myself, probably assumed once Matt Barkley was traded to Arizona yesterday that Tim Tebow would have been safe. But as we have all learned, there is nothing normal when Chip Kelly is calling the shots. Was this something that was expected, or did Tebow getting cut come as a surprise to you as well?
Yeah, when it came down to it, and especially after they traded Barkley to the Cardinals, it seemed like his roster spot was pretty secure. So when they went ahead and cut him, it was a little bit of a surprise to me. Now, there is a chance that they could bring him back after week 1 of the regular season, because if you do that, then players' salary is not guaranteed for the season. So that would be one way he could come back, but it's probably more likely that they're just going to sign a different veteran quarterback.
Yeah, it seems that Kelly felt as though Tebow just wasn't good enough to be their number 3 quarterback right now, is what he said. Now, do you think the Eagles are looking to sign another quarterback, or is it possible that they'll keep a 2 QB system?
Yeah, well, in 2014, there were 15 teams that went through the season with just 2 quarterbacks, so it's not out of the question that, the Eagles would do that. However, I don't think that's the way that Chip will do it, because throughout his coaching career, he's seen a lot of quarterbacks get injured. For example, Nick Foles got injured last year. The year before that, he saw Michael Vick go down. Even when he was at Oregon, he dealt with a number of injuries to his quarterbacks there. So I think they're going to go into the season with 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, Marcus Mariota would have been a scary one at Oregon to be a coach and have him go down. Now, are there any quarterbacks that you think that Chip has his eyes on so far? I've heard from reports, Elliott Shore-Parks claiming that they have their eyes on Christian Ponder. Do you think that he'd fit the Eagles system?
They said they may have interest in Christian Ponder, who was drafted by the Vikings. I think most recently he was on the Raiders. Really talented quarterback when he came out of college at Florida State, but just didn't pan out in the NFL. He's a guy that has a little bit of mobility. It's kind of like a more mobile version of Matt Barkley, frankly, but with a little bit more experience than Barkley. So I think he might fit with what the Eagles like to do.
All right, well, Chip Kelly strikes again, just to know, and just know forever now as Eagles fans. Expect the unexpected. I know that he shocked a lot of people with cutting Tim Tebow, not because Tebow is good, but because they also traded Matt Barkley yesterday. But again, you never know when Chip Kelly is in charge. All right, Jimmy Kemsky from PhillyVoice.com. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, Spencer, Trey, despite the madness, Kelly showed us this preseason that he knows what he's doing, quite frankly. What do you think about this final roster, especially at the quarterback position?
I was baffled by it. I honestly thought the way Tebow was playing, it wasn't good, but as soon as they moved Barkley, I felt like he was going to keep him, especially with the way that he runs his offense at up-tempo. You're going to start cycling through, you'd imagine, especially with the quarterback starting right now who's, injury-prone, you would want to have a little security there. Yeah. I was surprised he did it. I don't know where he goes. I know Matt Castle obviously got released, today as well. There's a couple of veteran quarterbacks out there. I would think they're going to bring someone in, but I'd be shocked if they went with 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, well, I'm with you. Chip Kelly loves to run those 2-point conversions. I thought Tebow was the perfect gadget guy to kind of get those things going. And like you said, when we saw Barkley release, you just knew that guy was going to stay on that team. But I'll tell you what, that goes to show you never know what Chipper is thinking at any given time.
Yeah, this is true. And we got to go back to a second. We're talking about that Milford-Cape game. Oh, well, my phone's blowing up right now. Jose Ortiz of Milford is telling me that they actually did win that game, and so there is a heated debate apparently about what happened in this scrimmage.
The season's coming.
And we're going to get to the bottom of this as soon as we can. All right, it's time for another quick commercial break, but coming up next is the best part of the show. The big finish, our top plays of the week. Keep it right here.
My name is Shamir Vessels, and I'm defensive end for Woodbridge Raiders, and you're watching Domover Sports Insider.